So you really want to know what RV life's about? This is what it's about. Stretching out and relaxing. Loafing, being a lazy, good for nothing, waste of space kind of person.
And he's an overachiever.
And I'm an overachiever. And unfortunately, that's the misconception that people have about full-time RVers. That we're lazy, don't want to take care and be responsible adults. I think I'm going to have to call bullshit. So honestly, that is the misconception that most people have about full-time RVers. And this stereotype that people seem to keep having about full-time RVers, that we are not productive members of society. I don't understand where you get that. I don't understand how you can look at full-time RVers and say, you guys are lazy, good-for-nothing people for living in an RV. I don't understand that. I probably will never understand that. Because half people I know who live this way are some of the hardest working individuals on the planet. And will work circles around half the people who are out here complaining, saying that we don't pull our weight as RVers and be productive members of society. So, I don't understand. And most of you guys who are living in a stick and brick and pointing fingers at full-time RVers, let's just break this down a little bit. You live in your stick and brick. It never has to move. So, you don't have to do anything. You go home, walk in the door, drop your stuff off, do whatever you want to do, get comfy, sit on TV, sit on your hind end and watch television. Now, full-time RVer, if we're not set up someplace, guess what? We actually have to set up our house. So even if we've worked all day and we're going to move to the next place that we're going to go, we'll come after work in a 10, 12, 14-hour shift, and then we have to break down our house, hook it to our vehicle, whatever, put things away to travel down the road. So therefore, that's overtime. And then we get where we're going, even if it's the same day. We got to hurry up and set our house back up so we can go to bed, get up and go back to work the next day. Now, that's dedication in my book. That is a hell of a lot harder than people work in a stick and brick on a regular shift. But to look at us as full-time RVers like we are second-class citizens because we choose to live differently and go out and explore and adventure and see things in life that half of you guys ain't never going to get the opportunity to see because you're married to the stick and brick. You're married to the everyday, mundane, same thing every day in, day out. You probably even eat the same thing every day. But really, guys, you really should not just kind of point your fingers at full-time RVers and think we're lazy. Most of us are blue-collar people, good people. We'll give you the shirt off our back to help you out. But for somebody to sit there and just assume that all full-time RVers are just low-class citizens, I think it's very unfair of you to make that judgment, for one. But I don't think you guys that pass this judgment upon full-time RVers, I don't think you can last a day in our shoes. You wouldn't know what to do. I don't think you would survive. I don't think you have the means or the ability to survive doing what we do. You know, this is not for, oh, I'm going to live full-time RV because we can't afford this or can't afford that. That's not what people who live in RVs full-time and travel are doing. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the bill that we have is probably more than some of you people's house payments. Especially if you got a new rig. You know, these rigs are not cheap. These trucks that pull these rigs are not cheap. These motorhomes are not cheap. They're very, very expensive pieces of equipment that require X amount of dollars a month, a year. I mean, preventative maintenance. You got constant doing stuff to your RV. Because every time you go down the road, it's like a hurricane. You know, it's just beaten. Tornado, earthquake, everything. I mean, all the crazy weather that you can imagine. That beats our RVs all the time. So we're constantly doing maintenance on the outside, doing maintenance on the inside. And it sounds like a horrible way to live. Yes, I understand that. But when you get out and go places you want to go at a whim, That's living life. Don't pass judgment on people living full-time in an RV. We won't pass judgment on you. Till next time, guys, let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments. Tell us a story about some of the people who come across you if you're a full-time RVer. The stereotype they put upon you. And if you live stick and brick and you're not quite sure why we love this life, ask one of us. Don't make the predetermination that we're low-class citizens for living in a full-time RV. Till next time, guys, it's Tony. Miss Jill's working. I better be quiet, so we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.